But here it comes, Immortals versus the hometown favourites, Virtus.pro. Let's make some noise!
See them starting to take control.
3 sets of armor to the CTs, names are plenty as well. We've got 2 smokes, flashbacks to work with here on the Immortals side, and PG50 for Volt as well. And it looks like we've got some aggressive players as well. Virtus.pro pushing down emphatically, Viali leading the charge, trying to find the first frag.
I said they'd set the pace on CT. I thought they'd let it dictate itself. They seemingly want to fight. Viali gets low to the mid position, and he's actually going to go underpass. He could catch them off quickly because Smoke went down. He's perfectly between them, but he's got to get the kill early because his back is going to be turned. Good adds to it, but as we watch off camera, KNG and Lucas give the advantage to Immortals with a bomb down. They slipped in behind through the apartments quickly. Viali wants to retake toward them. There's one in boiler. Shot toward the hallway. He realizes KNG's missed a call for the reload. He's got to jump away and buy time. And Viali's going to commit to the chase. There's no kit for Viali to play with. There's no kit for Virtus.pro at all. The kills have to come quick, and they're not. Viali's down to 2 HP. Taz is left alone. Give the advantage to Immortals with a bomb down. They slip go aggressive. Viali's joined back in. Distract is Viali's job. He's got Lucas busy. Gives Taz a chance. Steel gets the kill. Immortals start off with the pistol.
They do indeed. An aggressive play from Virtus.pro. They're trying to get in the grill, set the tone of the match. It's unorthodox pushing 4 players down middle like that. Viali, he had to be the disruptor. He had to find that first kill down second middle. Found himself in a difficult position as he fell back. Immortals in front of him as well, going for the apartments. They outpositioned them, and 1 player in second middle just bought so much time that the bomb goes down. The retake began, and like you said, no kits available for Virtus.pro. Immortals do indeed pick up the pistol here. We are okay. We're not going to have the 4-5 from Virtus.pro. More conservative approach here. We're going to have P250s, Deagles, 5.7s, 5 smoke grenades. That's what they opted for. That's why they've kind of made the decision to try and be more defensive here. Lock out Immortals as long as possible. Ride that clock down, make them feel uncomfortable, and see if the crossfires with the pistols will work out for them. A 4-player stack supposed to be at the start. They're hoping Immortals make a mistake and rush B at the very start of the round. It hasn't happened. And we do see Neo indeed fall back. In terms of firepower, Taz has a Desert Eagle. Immortals with 3 AK-47s, 2 SMGs to work with as well. And the default round is what you like to see from a team side anti-force by situation. We're going to hold up in the default, weed out any sort of utility, get information, work out as a stack, and play like this. Have the buddy system rolling. Try and get any sort of reflex. Get any danger here, get the reflex straight away. And we do see Neo indeed fall back.
There's the one toward the arch.
Taz has a Desert Eagle.
Lucas spots the shoulder.
47s, 2 SMGs to work with as well. And the default round, this is what you like to see.
AK, just 66 left for Pasha to work with. It's a smoke.
Hold up in the default,
3 of them.
Lead out any sort of utility, get information.
Pasha making contact seems to lead off toward B, where smokes are actually more effective, as we know, for single choke points.
You get the reflex straight away.
Viali and Neo alone toward A. Pasha's the one toward the arch. Lucas spots the shoulder. Immortals. Lucas is going to be the first one to get close enough to make contact. He's got to be a little bit cautious of his positioning. 6 left for Pasha to work with the fact that Neo is behind the half wall. Viali is going to bait it, wait underneath the balcony. Seems to lead off toward B, where smokes are actually
5 seconds down the final perimeter comes in. Lucas is on the side trap. Viali and Neo biding their time. They're doing a little bit of chip damage there, but there's only 1 kill coming in so far. Pasha picks up the AK-47. He'll be falling back, looking to save that weapon. I think that makes the most sense at this point, Matt. They have lost the round, essentially 4 players alive, and they're going to make the safer decision to just fall back, save the AK with the Deagle, with the P250 as well, and they can use that next round. A similar approach coming in. So wise and informed from Virtus.pro there. Immortals decent though, as we described. They did everything perfectly there to get some decent map control, making sure they're refragging. 1 player went down, instantly dealt with, and the CTs have to go packing. Pasha, more importantly, he's got a 5.7 in his back pocket as well. Drop that for a teammate, and he's got the AK to work with. Let's see if that has any sort of damage going into the next round. And they can use that next round. A similar approach coming in. So wise and informed from Virtus.pro there. Immortals decent though, as we described.
An AK. The fans come along. Will be carried over early for the Virtus.pro side.
Pasha, more importantly, he's got a 5.7 in his back pocket as well. Drop that for
UMPs stay in the hands of Henny and Bolts. What's KNG do? Because he's the one that lost the gun there. Doesn't have armor, doesn't have anything. He's not made a decision. Okay, back to an AK-47. You could see perhaps that he would think about saving for an AWP, but Henny's the one that has an SMG to build the cash.
Feel our passion.
3 smokes
At
coming out once again.
Nothing makes us more satisfied than helping customers succeed with their websites.
The 5.7 gets dropped.
Website
Like we said, Pasha biceps. He's got the armor. He's got some body armor. He's going to try and cause some damage
like
here.
showing the love.
We'll have a look at his position. Going towards B at the start once again. They went for that 4-man stack. Deciding against it. Pasha still going to stay at the B side for now. Neo rotates back over to Viali.
Charity bicycle ride.
That's where the pistols will be. They're hoping the B-side play works out for them here, but once again, controlled methodical play for Immortals.
And
quite
one of the
disciplined, is what I'm going to have to say. it's quite refreshing. Everyone wants the erratic teams who try to get in there as quickly as possible and try and find frags, but this is a nice approach so far. Bolts and Henny, they work towards Banana, but the teammates with the bomb controlling the Harmons for now.
Snappy, he's one bad
stays
mother...
top feet. Towards CT to be completely exact. Snacks rotates around.
Play
Immortals, steel grabs bomb.
Try and find frags, but this is a nice approach so far. Bolts and Henny, they work towards Banana. The teammates with the bomb.
Neo is the one that's made contact early. And actually bypassed his position. Steal next up. Lucas hits the shot before he even needs to peek the corner, so opening entry point. Rotates around. Pasha again stays over toward B. They'll let him stay for a while. I take that back, excuse me. He's inside. So play Immortals. Steel grabs rotated towards CT, but I don't imagine if they make contact and get the site cleanly, he'll go back for it. Taz, good find on the Deagle. That kill might change that prediction because the problem is they're actually that AK. Obviously, if they can bring that into another round, it's going to be massive for them. Yeah, so kills coming in, they'll immediately back off and give the round up. Give it away because AK is more important at this point. Again,
save the AK-47 for sure. We've got a UMP on that side of the map as well, so that's beneficial. Going to that first gun round, it did invest quite a lot into that round. Some smoke grenades, actually in the body armor as well. Definitely want to save that rifle. Immortals know it. As he KNG is still making their way towards the B site, trying to take them down. Taz, he's patrolling CT spawn. Only got that SMG. Pasha, who's at the new boxes. He can find a couple of kills here and start to get himself in towards the game. He finds these frags, he can actually take the AK into the next round, but that's going to be a difficult task in itself. You can see that he's heavily committing and succeeding. By the looks of things as well, they find Pasha.
Yeah, they want the gun back. Taz can't get any more than a single kill. We'll give him a little bit of damage and money on the SMG. But the AK goes down. 3 are surviving on the Immortals side. And he has enough for the AWP if he drops it over to Bolts. It's the AK, that is.
He can actually take the AK into the next round, but that's going to be a difficult task in itself. You can see that he's heavily...
I was going to say, pause. I imagine it's technical. It's a headset issue. It appears to be for Pasha. And they want the gun back. Taz can't get any more than a single kill. We'll give him a little bit of I've got a headset issue too, Henry, so I can't hear anything inside of my own ears.
Yeah, but it certainly makes things exciting, right? Yeah, you know, it's all good. We can handle that for now. 3-0 for Immortal. It's the first gun round. The buy's not going to be amazing for VP. Sure, they didn't completely force buy into it, but they only saved themselves about $500 in that second round. So it's possible Taz would have to drop it, and he'd be lacking utility, potentially body armor as well, depending which way he went with it. They have one kit so far, a couple of them forced purchase. Immortals patiently lie in wait here, and he has brought out the AWP. You know,
I was going to say, yeah, so he did drop to Bolts.
3-0 for Immortals.
Leaves Bolts with 5,600, 49.50 for Lucas. Got a bit built up. Rest of the buy. As Virtus.pro and Iceland salute each other. Well, the rest of them will not buy it. Remember as well, let's not forget, Immortals had no choice but to be patient because Henny caused one delay yesterday and Lucas caused another, both which were very avoidable.
Yep, and if you're wondering what we're referencing there, Henny actually punched his mouse in anger yesterday. His only mouse, just to know as well, didn't have a spare. Punched that, broke the right mouse button. That's an awful, that's not great. And hopefully he's learned his lesson. That won't be happening again today. We do indeed have Zowie wanting to sort of mouse. I'm sure we've got plenty of mouses in the back.
No, they're
all full PC mouses now.
Mouse still, really? Wow. Didn't know. There you go. The more you know every day.
Yep.
You invented the language. Pasha teaches it at the Pasha London School.
He does. He does. He does a very good job as well.
That's a good point. Maybe he would have taught me that.
That's an awful, that's not great. And hopefully he's learned his lesson. That won't be happening again today. AWP for Henny, like we said. Unorthodox to kick that off so quickly on the team side. It's a difficult weapon to really get rolling with. But up against the weaker money of Virtus.pro, I guess it makes sense. You're not going to have anyone dueling you at the very start. You can get a little bit closer, go for the opening duels yourself.
This is the call you make. I mean, Taz, if he really wanted to, at 5,400, could drop an op over. It limits him. Exactly. I was going to say, I'm not 100% sure I'd be up for
our passion.
At HostGator, nothing makes us more satisfied than helping customers succeed with their websites.
Make that website purr, baby.
We've helped the American Red Cross by sponsoring the Tour de Rouge for the past 6 years.
Still waiting.
Riding bikes
for the headsets.
Save some lives.
And we're one of the leaders in web hosting.
We want to serve
not
your
the Brazil team we would have, Brazilian team we might have expected to be in the semifinal, to be honest.
I think this is one of the craziest little erratic majors we've ever had. Like it's still kind of strange we're coming into the grand final, and it's potentially not going to be. Well, there's not going to be a top 10 team there. So categorically, that's not going to happen. Virtus.pro, they go deep in almost every single major they attend. They're always being expected to bounce back. It's such a cliche and boring thing we're saying at this point, but it's true. They're here at the major once again, battling for place in the grand final, so you can't argue with the results, really.
They and Fnatic are the only two teams that have been legends at every single major.
Yeah. I think this is one of the craziest, most erratic majors we've ever had.
Not to mention, like you said, it's been unpredictable. Gambit is in the final. Congratulations to them. Great performance against not only every one of the group stages, but Astralis in a semi-final.
A team that had question marks around them coming into this tournament. We hadn't seen them for so long. They had been off the radar. They hadn't really attended many tournaments. But it's true. They're here at the major once again, battling for place in the grand final. This tournament, getting to the grand final, the first team there. I don't think anyone was going to be able to predict that. Playoffs are always possible for those guys, but grand final, I wouldn't have ever guessed that. So, just to keep you updated on the server, it is indeed Pasha with the headset issue at the moment. Normally quite easy to sort out. He uses in his as well, so maybe he's getting replaced. He's disconnected from the server, so it'll be a pretty easy restart.
Not only every one of the group stages, but
Astralis will be underway very shortly. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed much. It's the first map of the semi-final. Virtus.pro versus Immortals. Immortals winning the pistol game with 3-0. I have to say, tip my hat to them in terms of their approach on their anti-force buy situations. Not being sloppy, they're making sure they're having a really solid game plan. Zach's obviously sat down and helped the team out and managed to work out the problems. That was a massive issue for them for so long. You remember back to the major qualifier for Atlanta, that was something I was as well, so maybe it's to get those replaced. Like losing my mind about at times, the way they just keep rushing B and having these horrible approaches on their anti-eco, so this is looking much better for them. They're looking like a better unit. They've always had very good fraggers and a huge skill ceiling, but some of the fundamentals of Counter-Strike eluded them at times. Obviously, I would say the first major for them, trying to get hit so many times. To make it to a semi-final, that's pretty epic, I have to say. Help the team out. And
we get back underway. First gun round. Virtus.pro do bring out the AWP. It's on Snacks.
Snacks is really solid on Inferno warping. Like, he's very aggressive. He'll go towards B. He'll be dancing around the top of that car position, trying to find the first pick.
This has to be aggressive as well, because look at the lack of utility.
Yeah.
4 smokes, 1 kit. Neo's the one that has it. He's got a head armor to go along with it. Shot doesn't land on the AWP from Snacks. He's tagged. But the second one, Wilkes goes for Henny, can't find a follow-up. As Bolts gets the kill and he immediately retreats, smartly so, as the nade was thrown his direction, it would have put him down.
Yeah, Snacks aggressive, potentially too aggressive. That 18 HP went for the rephase, he wants to get those kills in his favour. Still, didn't feel like that was enough work done. 4-4 now, and as you said, a lack of utility. 1 kid as well, 1 smoke remains. Banana Control gifted towards Immortals at this point. Steals at the end of Apartments as well. The bomb still in second middle. So we could have Steel completely sell something towards the A side, full of rotation over there, potentially for Bolts. Look at him, he's already in towards the B side itself, trying to find the first pick and get it. Smokes himself in towards CT spawn. Pasha, does he find him? I don't think he does. It will pass it down, but it's Pasha. He gets him. The timing works in his favour.
What a turnaround play. That shuts down anything that's out of sight.
Didn't feel like that was enough work.
As Bolts gets by and finds Pasha on that KNG push and they wrap on the Taz, it becomes a big problem. Meanwhile, Lucas still has bomb over toward the A site. Steel is in the Apartments waiting for the time to enter.
So we could have Steel completely.
He is floating as close as he can inside of the site. Oh, what a flick! Snaps back at Pasha, which he looked originally, gets caught out. He knows Taz is somewhere still inside of this. Backs away, scopes in, and he may actually go through CT to join his teammates. Taz peeks him at the right time to shut it down! And the white gets the out. He steps up for 2. Virtus.pro find round 1.
Door KNG done enough there. That flex shot to CD spawn, that was absolutely nuts. Taz though, with the timing, patient as ever, waiting a new box, timed it to perfection. Calls are going towards A, he spots him going towards CD spawn. The guys at the A bomb site shut it down. Snacks, I don't know if we quite caught it, he did this bounce flash with the floor. It goes over the wall at that point as well. It was really, really nice. Here's the replay. And when he does take down Henny eventually. Lovely shot, went for another one. Taken down, could have gone either way, but still Virtus.pro keep decent numbers up and the AWP as well. Snacks aggressive, of course, trying to find the first pick once again. Can he get it? Of course he can. Takes down Bolt. 5-4 once again.
And back off this time immediately.
Taz though, with the timing, patient as ever, waiting a new box, timed it to perfection. Calls are
they won't put as much pressure onto Banana. As you said last time, they were almost gifted it after taking Snacks down. Yeah, they're given room to work with, but they won't go for it. They're scared now.
This is why Snacks is so good at orbiting Inferno. He's just relentless. He doesn't care. He's not scared. He wants to get in their faces. Flashes over. Did the same thing last time. He does it in the second as well. It's currently 3-1 in Virtus.pro, but he's got the man advantage round number 5. And he's still the AWP. Money is limited for Immortals' weight. So they've got a Galil and these 3 smokes remaining themselves. And he hoping a mistake is made, but Snacks boosts up his teammate. That's Taz. They won't put on the bomb side as well. Lots more passive approach this time as Immortals make their way towards middle. They'll be smoked out for now.
They're given room to work with, but they won't go
play here. Presumably work the smoke to subside and allow Henny to try and find the next pick. He doesn't care. He's not scared. He wants to get in that
jumps through. Way covered as well.
The same thing last round. He does it in the second as well.
Passive angle to hold for Pasha.
Virtus.pro, but they've got the man advantage.
In fact, he's going to go inside of the site, so they have to be cautious of an arch wrap. Front side library smoked off. They can turn back through CT. One player waiting bottom banana if they want to go for the banana split. With 3 toward arch instead, yeah, it's more likely this is the play. And Pasha giving it up, they have to be aware. Neo's positioned accordingly. Bialy's still watching quad, and Pasha's now waiting for them to come through. Neo positioned, as I said. When the smoke dissolves, gets one, drops down. He now has the headshot angle to control. Pasha's going to take advantage of it, trying to hold back out. Neo has got the kill. Your right time is gone. Taz may rotate over, but there's no time for the play. And he gets one more, but it doesn't matter. It's 3-2, Virtus.pro 2 in a row. And after the time, no money for Henny.
Could have been huge. Evan Bashley found both of those kills. They've got absolutely nothing left. They do manage to save the AK and the AWP, though, but still in economic turmoil here. They're going to have to balance the books, force up around it. Won't have much next round regardless. So Desert Eagles, Tech 9s, and the saved weaponry is a nice shot on Henny, but it's too slow at that point. You can see them, they wanted to go for CD Spawn and have that be split. Had they done that, they still lost around. Snacks with the new box, watching CD Spawn like a hawk. It was a lovely setup from Virtus.pro. Great positioning from Neo as well. Guaranteeing frag, delaying them even further. Gets to that pit. They can't find him. He wins the round. 3-2 now. Immortals have to force buy into this one. I think Henny keeps his money. Oh, his one has died after the time of last round. He's just got a Glock and nothing else. He
absolutely
nothing.
Keep in mind, he's your primary AWP player. KNG has it this round.
But he's been the star for Immortals in terms of AWP. He's been arguably much better than Henny. So I feel like this is absolutely fine. He's been the more dynamic, aggressive, and assertive player. We'll see what happens here. He's coming towards the end of the apartments. There's 3 players on the other side. Flashes are good. Bialy to defend.
That flash was so well timed. Pasha still going down to KNG. He almost backed into it. Lucas, good trade. So the 2 guns get the advantage, work the site, and Neo is completely surrounded. How is he alive still and gets a kill? KNG dropped. The ult's available. So too is the M4, and he picks up. What's the call going to be this round? Good utility in that they have an incendiary, a smoke,
he's been
AWP and M4 and 2 kits.
So I feel like this is absolutely fine.
Gives them a little bit of time to get the setup, which will be Taz getting in position more than anything. Quick peek, peeking out in return. That flash was so well timed. Pasha still going down. He's trying to find an angle, bait them out with his individual shots, hold them back to a favorable position. No one's taking the bait. Taz is going to sit back and hope for exits. So Immortals will double back up. They'll go 4-2. And it was with just an AWP and an AK-47. That saves them in terms of economy.
Nice work by Immortals. They're up against it. 1 AWP and the AK with the pistols as well. Taz can hear the footsteps through second mid. Right hand on Henny. There it is. One shot will come in. It's something. As he saves his weapon and keeps limiting the economy further of Immortals. But they do take the lead now, 4-2.
He's trying to find an angle, bait them out with his
situation for the VP side. It's almost exactly the same as what Immortals went through last one. They stayed an AWP and a rifle, and they have to force it around now. Little to nothing really. Max 7 coming out for Pasha, known to be an extraordinary shotgun player, so maybe he can cause some damage here. A couple of UMPs to balance things out as well. But Immortals, they have lost the AWP. Now to just rifles here themselves. This is a huge round. Snacks aggressive once again. He's got the AWP. Flashes round, can't find anything just yet, but still wants to keep battling here. Trying the wallbang, no damage inflicted just yet. They do take the lead now, 4-2.
Back off. Can't get there, nade hits, and then Henny follows it up with a single bullet.
Almost exactly the same as what Immortals
the edge of the smoke, but either way, he has the top of banana to work with. Taz flirting with it, but it's silenced them for them, and he's carried over, which loses that inside the smoke to get the AWP. He takes back.
A couple of UMPs to balance things out as well.
It benefits it because they won't be able to see the fact that he's spraying inside of it.
This is a huge round. Snacks aggressive once again. He's got the AWP.
Full time SMGs and a shotgun for Pasha.
Wants to keep battling
bomb back toward A. 2 players only to hold. Back off. Can't get there. Nade hits, and then Henny follows it up with a single bullet. The edge of the smoke, but either way, he has the top banana to work. Back over from Neo. Quick check to arch sides. No, they're not there yet. Loses that inside the smoke. They're going. Good find from Steel. We catch it just as we snap back into first person. They won't be able to see the fact that he's only one in the A site.
Yeah.
KNG should hold for rotations. They'll push B. Bomb will wait for further information. KNG goes all the way back around the factory library. Neo's a sitting duck. Shoulder spotted already. Steel wants to bait him out, make him go aggressive. Round done, 5-2 for Immortals.
Absolutely. 5-1 situation, Taz on the B side, nothing can really do about that. It was a force fight from VP, we had SMGs, a shotgun there as well, Snacks. He knew he had to work hard at the start. He has been hyper-aggressive, but only really towards Banana. It seems that they're kind of anticipating that right now. They're nading him, as we saw. You mentioned it, he got naded on the corner, then sprayed through the smoke. Sure, he's really going aggressive, but it seems that they've kind of got his number at this point. It's really Taz to go down in the hands of Bolts to finish things off. That should call for an eco of the VP side. Only got second stage loss bonus, it means $1,900 per player. As you can see that one coming up on your screens momentarily. It's about 2K. One situation, Taz on the B side. So nothing really can be purchased around this one. Force buy from VP. We had to take the eco. Maybe PT50 is the best. He knew he had to 400 on top of this. It's not really working to get the PT50s out. I think every last dollar's going to count at this point. Maybe just rush down middle, get it over with. You mentioned it. See what he can do. Spray through the smoke. Sure, he's really going aggressive, but it seems like they've done some refrags. The thing is, Immortals have been so good at these rounds. I don't think they're giving up a single practice round. Bialy gets taken down VP side. 37 very early on in the round there.
Keep in mind that if Big didn't, well, like he have a whiff on the pistol, not to point out one player in an overall series, but if they had won the pistol in the CT side yesterday, they were shutting down Immortals quite effectively. The fact that Immortals already are up to 5 rounds and now in control of the money is a bit worrying for VP because we know how aggressive they will get on CT. We know how in the face and confident they are. Taz is a little bit of problem, trouble. Tag burned and pushed back. Snacks is still waiting to get baited in.
And refrags, but the thing is, Immortals have been so good at these rounds. I don't think they're giving up a single practice down. Bialy, he gets taken down. 37 very early on in the round.
He's tagged even further. This time, finally, he backs off. Meanwhile, Entrance is on A. One player in an overall series, but Lucas and KNG. CT side yesterday, they were shutting down Immortals quite effectively. Gets one for free. Oh! Taz follows it up! Unexpectedly, they find 2, but is it enough for the round? Not necessarily. Steel certainly confirms that it's not. I can't imagine Snacks with 12 HP pulling off anything beyond that, so he walks through. Steel gets that kill as well. 6-2. Snacks is still waiting to get baited in.
Be the full eco there. Not really much Virtus.pro could do. I'm surprised he even got 2 frags. Neo's been a bit of a beast towards that pit area. Great positioning and it's nice aim as well. 2 out.
Meanwhile, Entrance is on
A. Back into this game from VP. Great gun round, especially that all from Snacks. Very exciting stuff, but can't afford it this time. Gonna have 4 M4s, a UMP. Snacks has to buy the UMP. They need at least one person to kill him. All about for KNG, like we said, he's been taking this main AWP role because he's just looked so good. Why not? And he's definitely the main AWP for the team, but at this event, I think they've decided that KNG, he's been the stronger player.
KNG, speaking of, king of the castle as he climbs into Boiler.
Great positioning and nice aim as well.
Walked out, scoped in. At the ready. Oh, I can't find the angle. He's tagged on a 9 as well.
Great gun rounds.
Just clipped through the edge of the wall. Cleanly, I'm not sure. M4 suggests cleanly, but he doesn't find the shot in the AWP, and that's going to favor Virtus, even though they're pushed back ever so slightly. So very passive hold once more in the A site. Not so much of Banana. Look at the position of Snacks.
And he's definitely the main AWP for the team, but at this event, I think they've decided the
position, I guess, as he backs off. Doesn't want to sit there with just the SMG.
They were battling for the presence at the very start, but now the utility's starting to run out for Virtus, but they've got an incendiary, 1 flashbang and a decoy. That's it. And Immortals haven't made their final commitment yet. They're still fully equipped. They've got all their smokes, the Molotovs, the flashbangs. I don't know how VP hold this one off.
I'm not sure.
I don't think there's much chance of it. Someone's have to step up and try and find a frag before they fully commit. There's all coming in as well. KNG, 40 seconds remain. Significant damage to the AWP, but
so much
is that enough? We still don't have any real information. We see they're burrowed away on the A side there with the crossfires, which is fine, but the lack of utility and not being able to do much with that, I think that's a bit of a problem. Bolt's heading towards B by himself. I think he just throws 1 smoke and a full back. KNG with mid-control, and the teammates coming through apartments as well. Flashbang momentarily, and there's the final commitment. They're still fully equipped. They've got all their smokes.
They go quickly. Neo, he looked up. He's still not realized they're directly above. Will fire eventually. It swings out. Still has more company though at the balcony. Quick rotation back with 5 HP.
Seconds remain.
No chance at saving it. KNG perfectly positioned to clothesline Virtus.pro, and they look to be out of this round as well. Taz in 1 versus 3 is already backing off. Money is in the bin still. As Virtus.pro, we're about to find, I believe, their 5th in a row.
Heading towards B by himself.
Maybe their 4th in a row, so it's not even a max loss bonus for VP to work with.
Yeah, the teammates coming for a and we're going to call a timeout as well for VP, which makes sense. Just need to calm things down. What's going on the problem here? They're either going super aggressive or they're very passive. I think that round you need to mix with the both. You have to be flashing over and challenging for a frag at least towards that mid position. It seemed very difficult to hold off. You could see, Matt, when they came out the apartments, arch and quad side, you need to be able to smoke off one of those areas. You need an incendiary at the apartments at least, so Neo can help out Bialy towards the quad. He's had nothing to work with there. It's too much to manage. And Immortals time there executed very well. They're going to run away with that round. I didn't think there'd be much chance for them there.
So it's not even a max loss.
Only 2 players survived for Immortals, so they stay relatively modest, but their money's already skyrocketing. 2 players above $10,000 as the reinvestments come in. Virtus.pro, they saved the M4 short. I think you mentioned maximum loss bonus into the next round. I mean, if you lose 5 rounds in a row, you get $3,400 per player. That's saving for right now. There's not really much you can do. You can justify some 5-7s, maybe some 18 grades, maybe down towards Banana, try and challenge that. But Immortals have been so good. They've been so disciplined. They're not giving anything away at the very start. Anything you want to try and do is aggressive at the very start. You're not finding anything. There we go. I didn't think there'd be much chance for them there. We got PG50s. The claps come back in. Smoke grenades, flashbangs, no kits. It's up to Taz. We'll try and find some frags. Dreadler number 10. 7-2 is the overall scoreline here. And Porsche comes through. If he can find anything with this situation. They're the sort of team that always seems to, Matt. Maybe they can do it again here. Immortals have been so good. They've been so disciplined.
It's to the top of Banana. No damage really taken from it. Neo aggressive with the P250 finds one. Looks for a second. He's got a chance. As Steel's on the run. But Steel's got the better gun, and he finds both Pasha and Neo.
No kits. It's up to Taz.
Bolts gets his way into the cubby at the top of Banana. This is the next in line.
7-2 is the overall scoreline.
Taz on the M4 has to back well off. 5 HP.
Porsche comes through.
Where does he even hide at this point?
Anything with this situation.
The last place he looked.
The sort of team that always seems to.
He'll go to the graveyard.
Again here.
Only with the P250 is all that remains there for at B. Do economic damage at this point. Do anything. These Immortals are in a very good position in this map.
I have to say, Immortals, they're playing this perfectly so far, man. In terms of the way they're approaching the game, and waiting for VP to make the first move, bleeding them out. And once they know they've got nothing left in terms of the money situation, they're reading it perfectly every single time as well. Going together as a 5-man unit, giving away about 1 frag each round. It's looking very promising for them. They're going to be winning a half this time, 8-2. Virtus.pro though, trying to save the M4A4. We did say they'll get a lot of money next round. We have a timeout coming in.
With the P250 is all that remains there for
previous.
economic damage at this point. Do anything.
It makes sense. You don't want to slow down for Immortals right now. Everything's going so well. Stick to it. It's not broken, don't fix it.
Well, that was one thing we did say about the original usage of 4 timeouts. When that was implemented in August of 2016, it's almost a full year now, is that you could break momentum. And I remember Liquid doing it at ESL New York last year and talking to Hiko, and he said it's almost very frustrating, but it makes sense. Late game, just slow the pace down, break the other team, even if they're getting ahead. If you win a round, slow it down so that they have to think about the frustration. But at this point, Virtus.pro with the max loss bonus, yeah, it makes perfect sense. And you're already pointing at what I think you're pointing at.
Well, yeah, it's the double orb setup on the CT side. This is actually a tactical timer from Immortals, just to note as well. Double orb setups with Pasha. We talked about this in the pregame. He's been fantastic for VP in terms of finding form in the AWP again. He's definitely been pivotal at finding the success to get into the semi-finals so far. But you can see still, it's lovely work just to stay alive, holding a decent position, making them come to him. It was a really nice work. And we go to run number 11, the double orb setup. When things get a bit desperate, this is normally the go-to procedure. So Pasha and Snacks. I'd like to see Snacks be a little bit more passive. Sure, he's had 2 great frags so far, but that's all he's got now. He's on 2 for 7 right now. And for someone as kind of well-versed in the CT side or on Inferno, you expect him to maybe just hold the lines a little bit more at this point and stop challenging. So emphatically at the very start. He does go towards Banana, uses the nade, not bouncing flashes over this time. So still hunting for the frag, but not committing to the full corner peek here.
Does go high in the sky as Snacks behind the bags. Gets partially blinded. An aggressive stance from Virtus.pro toward Boiler. They are known for it in the previous iteration, not so much in Inferno. Again, the map stats don't really suggest that they've been playing this map often or well. Snacks tries for the new existing wall bang. So too does Lucas toward the atrium. Top quad boost for Immortals. Excuse me, for Virtus.pro.
The scary thing about this for Immortals is they're just running defaults every single time and finding great success. They haven't had the change their game plan whatsoever. They've been controlling the money and the pace of the game, and Virtus.pro haven't really had the answer for it so far. If Immortals are chucking a banana rush at some point into it, I'm not sure you better hold that off. But for now, it looks like they head back towards B after showing presence in middle. We can see the CDs a bit more aggressive this time. We have Pasha on the corner, also Bialy backing him up as well. I think he might be boosted up on quad, he is indeed. So they're actually challenging this time, and it could work out for them. Here comes the first frag. Bialy can't find it. It's up to Pasha now. Trying to do what he can. Hits the shot, but has to fall back.
And it's a perfect bait and switch, but it doesn't work for Neo because they chase the AWP. By that time, they walk around the corner. Still, Lucas finds the kill. Snax is pushed out of B. Bomb has not gone this way too often. It's usually mid to late with big advantages. This time, it's 17 seconds when the bomb goes down, and Snax, they know the AWP is in position, but he's alone for a while, in fact. Pasha doesn't even look like he fancies it on a double block. Retake, and if Snax hits the first one, you might give him a chance. He's most unorthodox in these situations, but Immortals are going to go 9-2. This is not at all the start Virtus.pro wanted. Remember, it's their second game today in this building. First one was very successful against North.
Yes, absolutely.
This one's taking a while to burn into it.
Well, it's, like we said, it's a map. We don't usually see them on that often, and Immortals have looked very good on this recently. The first team to shut down big on this map. They were 3-0 here. They shut down SK Gaming, FaZe, Cloud9. Immortals were the first team to beat them on it, so that's something in itself. That just goes to show you they're very comfortable on this map, and Virtus.pro maybe not so much. That was the first time they brought out the double AWP setup. Didn't really get that much done again. The smoked out at the very start. The defaults are good. Virtus.pro actively fighting for more frags to the start. That Bialy boosted on the quad position. Pasha was beneath him with the orbital. Even Neo was getting stuck in the quad side. We're getting out fragged. The flashes with a 2-1 point from Immortals. They couldn't hold it off, and it's 9-2. Double AWPs once again, doing everything they can at this round. Won't be a force fight here. I think it's just Snax who's gone all in. The rest of the players with Desert Eagles and CZ, they know they're supposed to some rounds now, so it's a gamble for sure, but let's see if it works out for Snax.
This is so tight, so critical. And Pasha gets away with it, backs off as well. They've got another position player in quad to support it, but Pasha needs support. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what they need.
Oh, now they're getting fired now. Pasha, what on earth was that? The third shot through the smoke as well. You just knew he was going to hit it after he got the first two. It was meant to be. 5-on-2 now, the force fight, 3 AWPs to the CTs. Steel and bolts to recover the round. Got about a minute to work with him. They'll head towards B.
They're a team that can build off of this sort of momentum. All it takes is one big round, and there's 3 AWPs for Virtus.pro against 2 AKs. Passes his position close enough with the CZ that he can take advantage of Snax's information. If Snax doesn't hit the first shot, they'll likely flood to the site, which is exactly what's going to happen. So watch for Taz, and he gets both. The devil on top takes everyone down below.
What an absolutely nuts round there. Pasha, you're absolutely right. They're the sort of team that needs that one round that gets them fired up and realizing they're not out of the game just yet. 9-2 down. I wouldn't be surprised they finish this 9-6 now. They did take 3 AWPs in the previous round. Lovely shot from Pasha. Knows he has to work hard. The second was great, but what on earth was this? Boom! Through the smoke, picks it up. 3 AWPs down the CD side of Inferno. Neo with the third. He used to be the primary AWP for Virtus.pro. Let's see if he can get anything done here. Nades towards B at the start, and Pasha actively hunting for frags here down middle. It's Neo in the apartments with the third.
Neo. Listen to the apartments.
Can you imagine?
That would have been incredible. Good leg shot onto Steel, at least, for damage. And they stay with a triple AWP. Fair enough. Why not just get 5 out, boys?
Well, we go towards the A side, towards apartments again. This would be a fast commitment, a change of pace. All 4 players here, flashed out by Henny. Neo with the AWP. It's not ideal. Surely he gets taken down here.
Good shot, Neo. Shotgun EWP. No chance on the second of Bialy. He's there. He's still not there to find another, but Neo still continues on the balcony. Goes back with the deagle. Flash himself back into position. That'll allow Bialy to repeat as well. They go Neo pushes him back. Taz shows up. Taz puts him down, and this is the Virtus.pro coming alive.
Yeah, now they're getting stuck in. And then they get rid of, oh no, they still have 3 orbs. I think, yeah, Neo's just like, you know what, that's enough for me.
Yeah, enough. That was awkward.
I've had my fun. He hit some great shots, both nose goes right, but there's not an ideal weapon there. Absolutely not. He was lucky to stay alive as long as he did, bailed out by Bialy at that point. If he hits that shot, you're fair play keeper, you're on fire. But I think this is the right choice. Get rid of that 3rd orb, and we go into another standard round here. Passing now, he's looking like he's feeling it. 3 players towards B. It's a banana rush. I said it could be coming, Matt. Will it work out?
But there's still a few leagues off the shore. Will they fight the flashing lure? There's 2 inside of the site still after getting 1 kill, and I assure you it's not what they expected it to be. And they'll still taste the hook of a doll hook in their lips because Snacks is still waiting. They're still waiting. It's as useless as a rod without a reel if he doesn't get baited in, but he's still gonna go. He's waiting. He's lining. He's got 1. They still have no idea, but he misses the 2nd shot. Captain spotted napping with his first mate at the wheel. He's still alone and alive, down by bolts and an aid. Bialy goes back for more. Steel, Henny, and bolts have the sight. Bialy has an AK. He's got 1 already. Good response from Henny. Great quick skills on the AWP, but Neo, the next in line. He's got it down to the 1-on-1, no plan. 58 seconds they can afford to get into an exchange before bomb does go down, and Henny is more than welcome to it because the AWP has a favorable angle at new box. Only 2 ways to get through for Neo. Flash was already thrown. He has no further nades to work with. There may be some down toward Coffins. I didn't quite catch what was left on the players that passed. And Henny's starting to second guess himself. And Neo's playing it well because he was going to commit to the plant, but Henny pays off with patience. And Immortals get their first round in a few. But there's still money on the Virtus.pro side as we head to round 15, looking 10-4. They want 5 on the board.
I said it was coming. It's been such a deep, slow-paced game from Immortals. The moment they throw that B rush in there, it's going to be chaotic. And Snacks, he could have caused so much damage there as well. The fact he was stuck in the cubby for so long behind the smoke, but he's had the worst weapon for the job. As soon as you fire 1 orb with a 2.5 reset, you've got to try and get back in the cover. If he doesn't nail that 2nd shot, he's done for. Could have been something marvelous, but Neo in the 1-for-1 clutch couldn't pull it off. Great play from Henny, very disciplined, very patient. And we go into the final round here. And it's AK&G with the AK-47 headshot. That's going to be their cue to go. This is classic Immortals now. Get 1 kill, fully commit, but Neo's not going down by the fight.
Flash high though, and they're still pushing. He's not going to have the gun drawn. He's not going to be ready in time for Lucas. Bialy now has all the pressure applied to him because he has no idea what's going on toward quad. He knows they're in the sight. Actually, I'm not even sure he spotted both going through the smoke, so they're there. They're planting, and Lucas is watching him. And 11 rounds looks the likely score for Immortals. Smoke off in front of Library.
Yeah, well, no saving now. Last round, 4 versus 2 situation. Snacks and Taz without kids here as the bomb gets planted as well. Snacks found. Taz, you've got an impossible task ahead of you. Is there any chance you can make any sort of dent in this one?
Smoke down the first head of acid gap. He's already tagged. They're going to have heard that. They're going to know Lucas is swinging. They're spraying, and they'll find it. 11-4 for Immortals, an incredibly good half. You've got to give them credit. They controlled the pace the whole way through, and even when the economy got close, they won the important rounds, and they kept the momentum.
Just really nice game of CS for Immortals. I can't commend them enough for that. In terms of the defaults, the final play, the baiting out of the utility from the CTs, controlling that money as well, reading that situation perfectly. They didn't lose anything to the pistols, really. They didn't lose any rounds to any deagles, 5-7s, and that's very rare in CSGO to have a clean half like that. The one round they did lose to pistols when the double orbs was out, and we had a completely nuts round from Pasha. That's understandable. Those will happen from time to time, but still, they'll be very happy with that. 11-4 on the T half, a huge struggle now for Virtus.pro, but if ever there was a team to do it, and a major semi-final, this would be the 5 men you want on the server. Here are the highlights right now of Lucas doing some good work there on the A side. Even more so that final kill on Taz. So, pistol buys come in just before we get into it. 2 smokes, a few flashbangs here, Molotovs as well with HE grenades. 3 of those, that's quite rare on the T side. They'll be using those towards Banana, presumably. This could be the straight up Banana commitment. If you get a kill with these HEs at the very start, you could shooters get into that B site. I'm sure that's what they'll be throwing them at the start. The Lucas and Henny, quite a formidable duo, as indeed Virtus.pro do head in. The nades land, but no damage inflicted. It's a passive hold from the CT side.
Push aggressive, Neo jumps across. He's already actually bypassed Lucas, but not the twin brother Henny. And Lucas will find this second on entry. It's Bialy that goes down. Fast play from KNG to go for the flank. Snax has to shut them both down. And he might. Oh, he might indeed! How does Snax always find position? He is so sneaky, and with the bomb planted, he may have just saved them the round, and we're in a 2 versus 2. Oh! Found the smoke by Henny as he gets aggressive. Crosshair placement, I think, may have revealed that, because he was staring down the wall the whole time. Taz, not your usual suspect in a clutch, and then he gets shut down. It'll be 12 rounds for Immortals. Snax did all that he could.
He thought that was enough, right? When he has those sort of plays, he lets people walk by him. And the discipline and the patience as well to find the 2-1 bullets at the perfect time. Wasn't quite enough in the retake. Stellar from Immortals, I have to say. Lucas especially staying alive for that amount of time. He's the original B player. Goes to ruins after finding 2 kills. Waits for his teammates, a shot through the smoke. I want to see that from his POV if we can. That seemed absolutely nuts. We'll see what happens here. His Snax, it doesn't get much better than this. You think that's the round done. But no, it wasn't. It is indeed 12-4 now after winning the pistol. And we've got the 4th spy coming in from Virtus.pro. 1 AK-47 for Taz. Neo with the head armor as well. Not everyone commits, will be fine. So we're going to the first gun round. Taz probably goes down to a Tech 9. That's if they don't win this round. It's an audacious approach. We'll see if it works out, but it's up to Taz now to deliver something quite special at a desperate time.
They have to go for it. Pasha's already pushed down Russian Banana. If they had a bit of crossfire established, which Taz does get at least one, they could have capitalized on that. And they get out in the open at the top of the stairs, they'll smoke it off instead. Lucas sprays through to find one. Thankfully, for the sake of Virtus.pro, it's not Taz on the AK that goes down. They will pick up the SMG that they pushed with. The first kill found against Henny, left that in the open. And they'll adjust it, take the palm back over toward the apartment, stack position toward the balcony itself.
Still a 4-4. Time to work up here as well, but not really much in terms of the old utility. It's going to be a nice position from Bolts there, but could get caught out. Nice HGs at the BLA, take him down, doesn't work out. They've got to commit at this point, but Bolts mowing them down with the SMG. I think he's done enough. His teammates rotating as well, but still taken down. Snax has a chance here with the AK-47. What on earth was that?
More than a chance! He picks up the AK from Taz and gets them all! Low HP found the headshot, and if we get the replay, watch the spray transfer. Lightning fast from Snax, and they'll steal the round. Gets tagged, stays on 100 and down to 4 as he gets the second after hitting KNG. My God, that was fast.
Taz couldn't believe it. It's just like, what in God's name was that? Oh my goodness, they're back just when things are looking bleak. The AK-47, the solo AK, it's made an appearance here once in the major so far, and the hands are simple. It delivers once again. Snax, that was something special. Round number 18, CZs, the Eagles 5-7s, it's a force fight from Immortals in return, but Virtus.pro now. That's the lifeline they needed. It's got to take it round by round at this point. Immortals to try and give them the exact same treatment in return here. Can they do anything with the CZs?
Snax is a hero, sits with the AWP on the bait, almost gets the pistol round back, twice overlooked in that time.
Yeah, he's turned up the play today.
How fast was that? They wouldn't even known what hit them. KNG does go back out for one more. They've got to be careful because the SMG goes to an untradeable position at the arches. Tries to spray it down. Him backing off is going to cause for concern as well, because if he rotates to the library, what's going on around Moto? Where's the second player that's waiting to be pulled towards? Oh, touchdown with the nade. Snax goes to 50. Check at the smoke, and rightfully so. But they'll back off. They don't have enough information to commit. They can't give away any guns. Just doesn't land with the deagle in hand. Smoke down, slows the play. 30 seconds to go. And Henny's gonna wait. Orange is 2, so a little bit further back. It means they're deeper in the sight by the time he's spotted. Push through, blinded up, but overlooked. The gap inside of the smoke cost them. Pasha's got to push all the way around. And Henny does get back in, and Lucas is joined. They've got it all in control. Pinch a play with 15 seconds, and it's down to just Taz. The bomb still in hand. Low HP gets the second, but Bolts is in better position with the AK picked up. And another round stolen back. Immortals regain control.
You can see Virtus.pro don't feel comfortable in those sort of rounds. The game plan wasn't as clean, wasn't as crisp as what the Immortals are bringing to the table on their anti-force buys. You can see they were trying to gain that map control, find the first pick. As soon as Immortals got their first kill, Virtus.pro went into panic mode. The smokes, I'm not really sure what they were going for there. You can see that doesn't really make much sense. There's lots of angles and gaps available for them. ZTs weren't flashed. That was sloppy, unfortunately. As you round number 19, 13-5 has to be the force buy in return. Snacks, he's got the AK-47. Tech 9's around him, trying to find another wondrous play here, but I don't think it's going to happen because they're getting completely melted by the Molotovs here. Near down to 30 points of health, and the TT's looking to battle here as well.
Good find. They pull Henny out for the depths of the site. He had no one with him. The problem is the gun's not yet grabbable. It is as soon as they go for entry. Smoke down to CT. That should be soon. Bolts. It's damage in. So much damage that Lucas is just going to be on clean up, and that's exactly the case. So well controlled and contained again by the Brazilians. 14 rounds, 2 to go. And map
Problem
1 will be done.
Look at the money map. What do you do here? Pick your poison time, really. You either allow them more, take an eco, allow Immortals to get to match point, or map point, I should say, with 10 in the bag. Or you force buy and try and steal it away. Looks like they have to allow them, not purchasing a single thing here. Glocks, 10 map points for Immortals. That's okay. If they somehow win their round at 1 PT50, I don't see a world if that happens. But we'll see if they can cause any sort of damage here.
And they go again. Fine from Taz. So they find the opening pick. That's not been the problem. It's the guns and the lack thereof. As Taz gets steal as well, Bolts is still able to resume the lead for Immortals. Pick your poison. Poison will be played for overtime at this point unless Taz does something, I would say, even bigger than what Snacks did in New York at this point. Goes all the way back down to the bottom of the alt mid. Bomb's dropped as well at the bottom of Banana. That's not even the concern at this point for Immortals because that's fine to know where the bomb is. They know where he is, so they're just controlling it on the map. Real escape. Brazilians have looked remarkably solid in this game.
Yeah,
good read from Taz. Good read from Taz because he does shoot toward the top of mid and then baits in the second player, Bolts, who's going to give him a gun to work with. It's the last thing you want to give Taz right now. Tag onto Henny as well.
He's got time to win this. There is a chance. He's got 3 kills so far. Immortals, who have been so sound in terms of their anti-force buy approaches so far, giving a little bit too much away. They're still fine. The bomb's still down at Banana. One of them locking him in at T-spawn as well. Top of B will be Henny. He's got the M4 in hand, and Taz, he's just hoping that someone makes a mistake here. I don't think he gets this.
It's peculiar positioning from Lucas. The timing, I think, is going to be off because Taz went to top mid. Lucas was expecting him to go down towards spawn across. Thankfully, he gets back, so they have an angle to watch both, and he does catch Taz. Best efforts, good attempt. Getting the AK nearly made it possible.
And it's not going to be a popular opinion in this building, Matt, but you have to think back to the round Virtus.pro have won so far. None of them have really been that convincing. All hero plays from one way or the other, either double or set up the 3 kills through smoke, Snacks going nuts towards the B site, and they haven't really arrived in Inferno. It's been some really exciting moments for them, but Immortals have looked at the better side so far. This is their map pick. We'll see whether Virtus.pro maybe bounce back from this one. I'm not sure 10 rounds would be possible at this point, but we'll see what they can do. Round number 21. 5 AK-47s. Smoke's available. Flashbangs there as well. Double orb set up there. This is where Immortals are the most deadly. KNG and Henny holding lines. Flashy plays, and Henny he's delivering the first shot, taking down Neo.
Beginning to an end and a ceaseless stumbling on. They'll go back toward the same position. And he wants more. Good timing on the flash. Looks down to avoid the second one, which isn't common on an AWP to move so quickly. And he gets the shot on Pasha as well. Jumps over further information. Goes for the wall on Snacks. 2 men down at no map control for Virtus.pro. No round aside from an eco in the second. For VP. Snacks gets a little bit of banana control to work with. Taz and Biawi, though, go back toward A, which has not yet been contested too often or commonly. And KNG on the second AWP is in a position where he's going to get smoked off at Arch. That pushes him back, but it still means they have to confront him eventually. Look at Snacks' lurk, though. Double smoke. This could be huge. This could be everything for Snacks. Lucan's going to have no idea. He's opened up position. Bomb's heading back toward B. If he gets a second kill as well. Oh, he doesn't realize he's not going to go for Henny. He's going to actually cut off rotations, but doesn't get the gun in time. A bit of confusion on the call. I think Bialy was hoping they would rotate back over toward B. If he just circled to find Henny, they may have opened B, but now it's all to play for. 4 versus 2, 4 versus 1, and it's all going to be done. Bolts gives Immortal the win. Map 1 in a best of 3. It's 2 to go, but it might not even get that far if they keep playing as they are.
Yeah, unfortunately with Virtus.pro, as I mentioned, just for that one concluded. In terms of their general approaches, that they were lacking. The rounds they were winning was down to some amazing plays from individuals. It wasn't a team effort. It felt like 16-5. That kind of tells the whole story. Sure, we had some really hype moments there, some crazy